So continuing the SQL inputs with the columns and the variables. Ideally, I should probably not put spaces, actually. Just force of habit. I think that's all of them. Yes, and you separate them with commas, as you can see. For the variables, you also separate them with commas outside the quotes. Basically, like most computer languages, I didn't mention this before, but PHP implements commas outside of quotes. But anyway, we'll put in the variables here. So I think that's all of them. We've still got it closed correctly. That's very important. Single quote, close parentheses, double quote, close parentheses, semicolon. That's what it should look like. Now, at this point, I should add error handling again. Again, this will not work unless the rest of it worked. So again, it would be a good idea to activate PHP errors on your machine. So if it works, MySQLi affected rows upon a connect So if MySQL affected rows upon a connect, if they are greater than 0, we actually get a success message. So echo paragraph, might as well, right? Submission successful. Close paragraph. Semicolon. Echo. And then we'll put in a back button. Yeah, ahref. It's a standard link to go back to the index. And in some cases, this would be index.php. It depends on how you've coded your website, of course. And also, I almost forgot, when you're doing an href link, you have to use these greater than, less than brackets, for lack of a better word. And of course, that's not the actual text. You have to have go back. And then close it. Semicolon. Some people might say, well, why not just have this on the same page as the uploader? The answer is I've asked a whole bunch of experts about how to get my uploader to work in that way using Ajax, and they have no answers for me. So what this actually is there will be a success page with a success message. And you could make this much more elaborate if you want. But you then can go back and the form will be blanked by Ajax. So I've used Ajax for other things here, but where I couldn't get an expert opinion as to how to get it to work, I just passed up the opportunity. One other thing, because this is an if statement, something I almost forgot, you need curly brackets up here. And it's actually an if-else. It's not an if, not a pure if. So we need the else down here. It's partly why we need those brackets. But generally with ifs in PHP, you can't go without these. Talking about missing brackets earlier. So this will be the error message, if error messages are actually functioning correctly. Error. Might as well be consistent too. Paragraph. Error. Unable to submit locomotive. And semicolon. And we'll read out the error. Again, this will only work if the rest of the code works. Semicolon. So we have the closed PHP brackets there from earlier. So now I will look very carefully to see if this code matches. Everything that's supposed to match. As I've said before, this is based on an old program of mine, but also there could always be a syntax error somewhere. Yes, there is a mistake. Right here. 2 quotes where there should be 1. Any more of those? I don't think so. That's it, basically. So I'll save this. It's already been saved in its blank form in Spotter 2, of course, but gotta save this, otherwise we lose everything. So the next steps will be activating PHP errors in MAMP, and then that will be followed by testing.